Hello, I'm Demi Utley with Utley Strategies, and today I want to talk to you about the most common mistake I see with executive summaries. Anytime I get a proposal from a client, within seconds of opening it, I can tell if they've made this common mistake in their executive summary. It's one that's really easy to do, and it might actually feel right when you're writing your executive summary, but it can actually hurt your proposal. So let's take a look at what this is. Okay, so the most common mistake that I see in executive summaries is opening your executive summary talking about your company. Yes, I'm saying that you should not begin your executive summary by talking about your company. So if you're thinking, okay, what should I do and why is that the case? Well, too many times when I start reading an executive summary, the very first sentence is about the company that's selling something, or it even starts with the company's name. And then they dive into their services, their history, their team, and just all of this information summarizing their company. And while it's understandable to do this, it is, after all, a sales document and you want to talk about your company. This writing strategy will actually push buyers away and make them more likely to skim your proposal and less likely to engage with what you're saying. And that is not what we want with your proposal. What we want instead is we want the buyers to feel like they know that you can help them solve their problems. So whenever they're reading your proposal and of course, your executive summary, they're going through and they're thinking, how will this actually help me with whatever it is challenge that I'm facing? So how will this help me achieve what I need or my goals? So your goal with your executive summary is to start out by addressing that question from the very beginning. So that way, whenever they're reading it, they think, oh, this company gets it. They understand me. They know what I need and they're going to help me. So instead of introducing your company at the very beginning of your executive summary, I want you to start with a quick summary of the buyer and their challenge and the landscape that they're currently in. This shows you that you understand why they even need a solution, and it helps to establish authority for your company, make you appear more trustworthy and credible, and really establish that relationship with the buyer right from the very beginning of your proposal. So if you're starting out talking about the buyer, then when do you actually introduce your company? So I like to aim to introduce the company no sooner than the last sentence of the first paragraph of the executive summary, ideally getting into that first sentence of the second paragraph if possible, depending on how long your executive summary is in your proposal. The goal is to really establish kind of a conversation with a buyer in writing where you are presenting their side of the conversation at the beginning of the executive summary before you go into what it is that you want to say about your solution and your company. So you really want to show, hey, we understand your goals. We know why this is really critical for you. We know why this is important to you, and really open with that in the executive summary. And it's going to make your executive summary much more powerful in a section that they're actually reading within your proposal, instead of one that you're just checking off because you think you need to include one or they're requesting one. You want it to actually be selling for you. And this is a way to help you achieve that. As an extra tip, once you introduce your company in the executive summary, make sure that you continue to tie the content back to the buyer. So this doesn't mean go in and have, one or two sentences at the beginning of the executive summary that's about the customer, and then you just go back to doing things the way that you've always done them. You want to make sure that you're always talking to them throughout your proposal. And this is probably tied for the most common mistake I see, especially in the overall proposal, and that is to just create a proposal that's really talking about you and it's not talking about them. So you want to make sure that whenever you are creating your executive summary, it's really focused on how your solution is going to help them with everything you mentioned at the beginning of your executive summary. And it's really surprising actually how many times I've opened up a proposal and I just see, if you just scan the left side of the document, so many lines or paragraphs start with the company that's selling, and it's just saying like company XYZ does this, we do this, we do this, and everything is all about the company. So if you can open yours and you see that, hey, we're really mentioning our company, especially a lot at the very beginning of paragraphs, then that's a sign that you're probably talking too much about your company and not enough focusing on, what their goals are, what their needs are, and really tying it back to the buyer. So that's a sign that you might need to tweak your executive summary and probably also your entire proposal. Once you put this into practice, then your executive summaries are going to be much more stronger and compelling and sell for you, and you might even enjoy writing them a little bit more. If you're ready to put all of this into action, then I want to invite you to check out our Executive Summaries Masterclass, which I've linked to below this video. So this is a 1-hour training that covers the proven 3-part executive summary structure that you should follow every single time you're writing one. And it even includes examples of what this looks like in practice. So that way you can see how you can apply it to actual proposals and executive summaries. And then you can take that and, of course, transform yours. So make sure you check that out at the link below this video. In the meantime, have fun writing your executive summaries and make sure you subscribe for more proposal tips. I'll see you in the next video.